everyone. It's Carol Williams with Williams Immigration, and we are back this lovely Monday morning with another edition of Beyond the Soundbite, where we talk about all things U.S. immigration that have happened in the past week. So, a couple things that I want to talk to y'all about today. And the first one is there are new priorities in terms of visa processing at all of the consulates. Last year in 2020, because of the pandemic, the Department of State had to close down many of the consulates across the globe, and as they are now mostly reopened, some of them are still in the process of reopening. None of them are back up to 100% pre-pandemic processing capabilities, not only because of the US requirements, because of COVID, but also because of their local in-country requirements as to where they are in the world. So there's a lot going on at the consulates, but the Department of State has now rescinded a memo that it issued last year that essentially told every single consulate how to prioritize their cases. So late last week, the Department of State rescinded that memo to all of the consulates, and now all of the consulates can individually prioritize how they are processing their visa applications. So that gives each and every consulate very, very broad discretion. They still, of course, need to take into consideration any COVID-19 mandates from the city, state, and country which they currently sit. But in terms of which applications they will process and in which order, the Department of State has completely rescinded that. So now consulates are, they just have this very broad discretion, and they will process applications in an order that works for their specific consulate or embassy. So that is a big piece of news because, as we know, the employment-based cases were pretty much at the bottom of that list previously. So we may see some movement with our employment-based cases for folks that are currently sitting overseas and waiting to get appointments. So just everyone keep that in mind. The second thing I wanted to talk about today is a new travel ban. We had recently heard that the Biden administration had done away with all of the prior COVID-19 travel bans. So that did not last very long. There is a new travel ban that came into place last week on Friday. At the end of the week, it is in response to the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus. It was announced out of South Africa from scientists over there of the variant's existence and where it has been seen. And it's been seen in several different countries, some African countries, some non-African countries. However, as a result of the new variant, the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus, President Biden issued a travel ban for individuals coming from several African nations. Those are, let me make sure I get them accurate. Those are Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. If you are looking at sort of your general news stream, you will just see that the ban is impacting individuals from South Africa. More countries have been impacted by this latest ban. Again, those countries are Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, and Zimbabwe. So there are a few exceptions to the ban, and the ban essentially says if you have been in those countries for 14 days prior to trying to enter the U.S., you will not be allowed to enter the U.S. There are several exceptions, but a few that I wanted to highlight are if you are a national of any of these countries, meaning you're a passport holder, but you also have permanent residence in the United States, meaning you also have a green card, from the United States, you are not subject to this latest travel ban. And if you are married to a US citizen or a current lawful permanent resident or green card holder, you are also not subject to the ban. There are a few other exceptions. I won't go into all of them, but those are two of the biggies that I wanted to tell you about. So there is a new travel ban in place. Unlike other countries, the White House decided not to look at someone's individual vaccination status because of the new Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus. I will definitely keep you up to date on any movement that we have with this new travel ban because it is getting quite a bit of backlash from the traveling community as well as from the scientific community abroad. So I'll keep you up to date on that. I also, as lastly, wanted to remind you all that USCIS on November 19th ran another lottery for the H-1B. So that would be the third lottery for this fiscal year. If you have not checked your My USCIS account, please go ahead and do so. That is how you will find out whether or not you were selected. You want to go ahead, check your My USCIS account, and check the status of your lottery registration. So if it says selected, you are selected. And if you were selected, you can file your H-1B now through February 23rd of next year. So make sure that you have checked that. If you were not selected in the first round. That is all I have today for Beyond the Soundbite. If y'all have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments for me. I do go back and look at them. Or if you liked this broadcast, please click like and feel free to share with any of your friends or colleagues who you think might be interested. I am Carol Williams with Williams Immigration. I can be reached at 954-903-1337. And this has been another edition of Beyond the Soundbite. Have a wonderful morning and a great rest of your week. Bye, everybody.